Right. Hello, evening. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I did start the stream, but I'm giving people always a little bit more time so they can
Yeah.
join. Oh, hello, Toad is already in the stream. Wonderful for you to join us. This is going to be awesome. I know it. Ah, will say I've taken the time and set up a little bit of essential housing tools.
Oh,
That thing is a beast.
it is. There's a lot there.
So much. It's wow.
Have you had a chance to look at the housing hub part of it yet?
I have. I actually also added my stream information.
Oh, nice. It's a lot of fun. I've spent many hours just browsing the open houses and jumping from one to another, seeing what people have done.
Yeah, so many and huge numbers of houses in being uncategorized, and then there's like tons of categories. I'm just wow, this is a
It's a
lot.
great way for finding ideas if you've got a certain idea in mind and you're like, oh, I want to do a Christmas house, and you just look at the category, and there are loads of people that have done the same thing.
Yeah, I actually did visit one house that had a little bit of a theme in that, and it was really beautifully done too. On was that a Crips stream? See, I've done too many streams already. I don't remember. I'm so sorry, everyone, if I'm disappointing you. Let me switch the scene. You're not going to see much besides me just yet. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. It's like very powerful tool, and all the different effects, and wow.
Yeah, there's some crazy things you can do with the effects.
Yeah, and not only those, but there's seriously a lot of stuff going on with that one. Just very powerful. Hmm. You know, I actually I don't think that I need to have you invited into a group unless you want me to be invited or you want me to.
Doesn't matter. Up to you.
Okay.
You are on the permissions list for all my houses, so you should be able to visit them all, hopefully.
Yeah, should all be good. Well, this is going to be so exciting. I've been dying to get more people on here and ask questions.
Yeah, it's great to have for the guilds. Because I think housing, we haven't had too many events related to it last year, so it's nice that we've got some more social activities for the housing community.
Yeah, happy to do that. Really kind of just gotten thrown into it. Yeah. Oh, hello, Cathonia. Familiar faces in the chat. Very nice to see you all. Well, we could already start with a question. How did you actually
Sure.
get into housing?
Right, so I came from the single-player Elder Scrolls games into ESO, and
Ah.
hadn't really played too many MMOs before, but I wanted to play it because it was Elder Scrolls. So in the single-player games, housing is probably what I spend most of my time doing.
Oh,
It's, especially with Skyrim, it's you go away to a dungeon, you get a bunch of things, you come back to your house, and you put them on display and store everything away. So coming into ESO, it's like I wanted to have a house to retire to after whatever activities you're doing. When I first started playing, obviously didn't have any money, didn't have any idea how any of it worked, and this was back before housing wasn't very robust. It was like 2019, so there wasn't really as much you could do with it. So I think back then my first house was Grimhearth's Woe in Windhelm, and it was very sparse. There was like a table and a loaf of bread on it and a few twigs in the fireplace, and that was about it.
I love it. I love it.
So I took about a sort of 4-year break, and then coming back, it was just
Oh.
about the time that High Hallow Holds was showing up in the Crown store. So I kept an umming and erring and thought, oh, fine, I'll get it. So that's the first house I'll be showcasing, which is basically the first one I did up properly.
Ooh. Well,
and it's also the one I live in.
I'm going to go there right now. This is fantastic. I also really like that that introduction, that it is a real hub, that you're going back home to, putting things up. Why, hello. Oop. Yes, well. Wow. Look, everyone. I do know that at least one person is really, really excited or would love to get their hands onto this house. You know, let me sign in. Yes. Wow. So, is there, besides this being this house to return to after all the adventuring and all the dungeons and all the delves, is there more story to it?
Yeah, so it's because it's the house that I use primarily. I needed to sort of balance the two. It needs to be practical, which is why you've got a bunch of chests down here right by the entrance. But it's also, I tried to tell a story with it because it's the house for my main character. So this guy here, he's a Nord vampire, but he likes to live it up in high society and pretend he's just one of the rich and famous. So the house sort of has two sides. You've got the illusion, the front, which is where you're standing in now, where it just looks like a normal rich person's house.
Yes.
There's a few trophies from his adventures because he's a well-known adventurer, but there's nothing too weird or nothing to give away his hidden side, the fact that he's a vampire and the other things he gets involved in. So there's a second part to the house, which we'll see in a bit, which is a bit more private.
Actually, I really like that you put oh, yeah, I was actually asking or wondering how that you actually did put something up here. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, we get a little glimpse here of the other side of his.
Little secret shrine there.
Yeah. Very nice. Bit hidden away, but then also not, because you could just walk in if you know the house a little bit. But it's not like something that would put you off right away. Seeing things that were a little bit more on the other side.
Worst stuff is locked up.
Oh, obviously, banquets or feasts can be held here, everyone. If you want to come and join Edward for a nice feast here, you can come. I'm hoping. Can people? Okay. Can people visit? I always ask this because sometimes people really want to explore this. And I know, for instance, Lily has said that she would love to get her hands onto this house.
All right. Yeah. So this one is my primary residence at the moment, and it's open to anyone that's in the Rose Guilds.
Oh, hear that? If you're not in the Rose Guilds, join.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it looks very, very lush, very normal, a little bit high society-like. Oh,
That's the idea. So this area is a bit more practical. As you can see, it's just a crafting area for me right by the door.
yeah, makes
But I've
sense.
tried to give it a bit of decoration as well. You've got Ferrari down here with his bed. There's a tiny little kitchen.
Oh. And of course, you have to have some trophies from all the adventuring.
Yeah, exactly.
Why, hello there. I love her. She's so cute. Ooh,
Yeah,
and something
don't
to
look at
read
what she's reading.
too. Oh, bit saucy. Kitchen
Very,
area.
very tiny kitchen.
Well, doesn't you don't have to have like a huge kitchen to create a wonderful meal.
No. But that is one problem with this house, is it's very big. So 700 furnishings.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like enough.
It doesn't. This is a recurring theme, so if anyone from Zaws is ever going to see this, please up it.
Yep.
Up the limit. We need more slots. Subtle lighting. In here. Oh, library.
Yes, this is just sort of a relaxing library area, so lighting's a bit dimmer.
It's perfect. Wonderful. Uh-huh. Maybe a little hint. Werewolf?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hmm. This is also a really nice one. This station.
Yeah,
I really like the special stations that they
shipbuilding
entered.
one.
Oh. Okay, you're getting little hints, but it's still fairly normal. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Ooh. Like the details. Look here, everyone. Somebody likes to read. I think, wasn't this house also one that had a number of balconies and upstairs area?
Yep, there is a lot of different balconies. They're all very tiny and sort of enclosed, but you can link them together if you put the right furnishings down.
Ah, look here.
And there's also a garden, which is quite small, but it's also got some nice views from it.
Yeah, outside terrace. I remember something. Oh, okay. Assembly hall?
Yeah, so this was sort of just put together as a meeting area for if there was ever an event that I wanted to host here, or
Hmm.
don't know, just a random idea I had.
Yeah, maybe like I think that there are sometimes events where people do actually lore events and ask a bunch of questions and people can hang out.
Right.
Oh, maybe something for the future for a social event.
Could be.
Oh, I really like those flowers. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, the wedding blossoms.
Yes, wonderful light. And in this particular light, it's even more pretty. I really like the blue too. Very nice. So anyone, if you want to host an event and have people answer a bunch of questions, or you want to put on a play, or you want to do an auction or something, call and maybe set up a date.
Yep. Free for bookings.
Perfect.
Right, so I'll show you upstairs first.
Okay.
So this part is the museum.
Ah.
So all the different antiquities and things that he's brought back from his adventures.
Oh. That's an interesting placement of this particular antiquity.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with it because it's so big, but
Yeah. I feel that.
I
I
did,
feel that.
I did originally have something sort of hovering here, but it got repurposed to another house recently, so
Oh.
I'll probably put something back there eventually, sort of use it as a spotlight.
Yeah, it's always nice. I think for that purpose, this actually is a very nice piece because it does, kind of showcase something if you can put something in the middle.
Hmm.
Mm. Oh, look here, everyone. Mm. Oh, the statues. So many artifacts here to see. Hmm. Very nice. Yeah, I do get a museum feeling here a little bit. Mm. And clearly somebody likes red and the ebon heart.
Yep.
Showing off the colors.
This
Oh.
bit was more sort of me just wanting to have a place to put all these things.
Oh, I really
So,
like this. Also, that you have added those particular tomes to this particular piece, to this table.
yeah,
That is really, really fitting.
I do like the guild book collections because you don't see them too often. I think because they take up a furnishing slot and they're so small, so most people don't use them. But
Yeah,
I
but
do like adding them for a bit of detail.
yeah, and I love seeing them because that's the detail that makes things come, more alive or just look way, way better. Really enjoy that. Oh. This is a very nice museum area. Okay, and here we are getting slight hints to, oh. Very nice. Ah, very much like in the guild. Here, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful museum. Oh, did you turn this one around? This particular piece? The looks like the bottom of, or is this
Oh yes, that is the Vardenfell
yeah, it was
miniature.
because it kind of reminds me of it totally reminds me of that. I was guessing, is this possibly it? It's a very nice use of it. These eggs give off such a wonderful light. Really love it. Look, everyone. Very nice. And he's been all over the place. It's very apparent from all the collections, from all possible places on Tamriel and beyond, maybe.
Yep.
Wonderful. I hope everybody caught it, caught everything. If I missed anything, point me please in the right direction. And if you want to come and check it out yourself, come.
So this is the area where I ran out of furnishings, so I've just dumped a load of statues up here.
Makes sense.
So you've got 3 different balconies that lead off here. The 2 side ones on either side of the house, and then the top one.
Ah.
Top one's got the best views, so pop up there first.
Okay. Oh, oh yeah, I love what you did here. Yeah, that is a very nice view from up here. Can look down into the garden part.
Yep.
Very, very nice. Also perfect place to just have, you know, a little bit of secluded area, but you can still have a good, you know, eye on that whole town beyond this wonderful house.
Yeah, I think that's what drew me to it, is the fact that it feels like it's half in the countryside and half in the town.
Yeah.
So you've got the convenience of being able to step out the front door, and you've got Gonfalon Bay, and you can go to the guild traders, and you can go do crafting writs. But you're also got on the other side, you've got that view of the bay and the mountains and everything.
Yeah, and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's got a little bit of both worlds. Very understandable. Very, very understandable. That egg gives off such a nice light. Everyone, look, isn't that marvelous? I really love that. Just this warm tinge, everything glimmers and shines. Mhm. Oh, maybe you should close the door.
So this here is the entrance to the private part of the house.
Oh, okay.
But we'll let you in just this one time.
Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind. Oh. Okay. That's very nicely done. Oh, okay. Very beautiful. Very nice also, but very clear who lives here now or could possibly live here. Let me get this a little bit closer. Yes. Really love the placement of those books. The detail is just, it is everything to me in a house.
You'll see that book in a lot of my houses. I love the name of it.
But very, very fitting. It would, if I had that name, I would probably use it too. Probably incorporate it as much as I can too. Oh, wonderful, everyone. I mean, this is interesting too. I mean, you would probably need something, something to actually make the best cut up there. Not sure this is the best tool though.
Maybe it's just for gardening.
Maybe it's for gardening. Okay. Ooh, hey, who are you? Little tiny friend. I'm guessing there's nothing beyond here.
No, there is.
Oh.
So that leads up to the tower that you were looking out of when we were at the balcony.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
So you can go up there if you want. But...
Sure. Proper overlook? Yes, of course.
Yeah, so you can see you're looking back at the balcony we were on before.
Yes.
And you can walk all the way around here.
Oh. And you put benches, or at least one bench, to sit, relax, and recline. Yeah, and this is even more so. You do have a good view over the city, the town, and at the same time, there's serenity there.
Yep.
Okay. This is also another bedroom, I think.
It is, yes. The real bedroom.
The real bedroom. Makes complete sense. Really like that you put some fog in here.
Yeah, I love the animated type furnishings. It's a shame you can't get more of them in game though, with gold and things like that.
That's true. That's true.
But they do add a lot to a room.
Yes, they do. And particularly in this one, it is very fitting. I think you had some of that as well in the other houses as well, or I'm mistaken, could also be.
Yeah, I think I might have used it in Ebonheart or something similar.
Yeah, I already really liked it there because it just adds to the atmosphere of the room.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh.
And another one here.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, of course, that window. It shines through.
Yeah, a bit weird because the window has a solid floor between it and here, but
I think a lot of people are a little bit annoyed by some of those windows because this is not the only one that actually does that.
no. Oh, there goes the cat.
Looks a little bit.
This...
Yes?
Sorry,
go ahead.
I was going to say this is meant to be sort of an abandoned part, and that is a door to the garden, but as you can see, it's all shuttered off.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Some houses do have that. You know, these attics or wings that have gone a little bit into disarray. Oh, and here, oh, okay. Even, oh, now I must see. Aha! Well, looks more of an experimentation room, or also really love. Yeah, the air that I'm getting here is just perfect. Very, very nicely done. Okay, if you don't behave, people, you may end up here. To be nice. Storage room maybe for him too. Really like the detail here.
I think this is probably the room I spent the longest on in the whole house.
Really? That's interesting. How long did it actually take you to, create, build, and work on it? Ooh, look.
I mean, the house as a whole, I've been tweaking for quite a while. Just because I live here, so I'm always looking at things and going, "Oh, I'll move that." I think this room I probably spent about 2 weeks on,
Oh,
just alone. Mostly because I didn't have the right pieces that I wanted, so I was sort of, filling it in as I went and going out, getting more money, coming back, adding a bit more. Yeah, the house has been constantly working since I got it, which is like August, so it's been changing since then.
a constant work in progress, or rather,
Yep.
a space that's been lived in. I mean, spaces
Yeah.
that are lived in also are constantly changing, slightly or even drastically. Even it's very nice, very nice. I mean, maybe not if you're not into this style or into the vampiric part of ESO, then you may want to stay away.
That's why I sort of kept it in the side room, because even though I like this style, I don't want to live here.
Ah,
I feel like I like the garden and I like the pretty areas and the cozy fireplace
yes, yes.
when I'm just wanting to relax in games. So I kept it to half of the house, but the rest of the house I wanted more normal.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Why, hello there, Poseidon. Nice to see you too. Wonderful that you can join us. Well, thank you for the privilege of seeing the private part.
You're welcome. So the only part we haven't been to now is the garden.
Oh. The garden, everyone. Hope you're as excited as I am. Ooh. Look at that view. Oh, you've seen this house, Poseidon. Well, now you're going to see it one more time. Yeah, this is a wonderful area. I really can see someone putting their legs up, looking out onto the ocean or the city, relaxing a little bit. Oh,
Yep.
I'm so sorry, dear. Lighting is also really nice in this house. Subtle, not too much in your face. Very nice. So come here if you want to enjoy a good time, put your legs up, be outside, enjoy this wonderful garden. So you did mention that it is basically constantly subject to change. How much gold would you say did it cost you?
Ooh, I'm gonna guess at probably around 4 to 5 million.
Oh, wow.
But because I've been constantly adding to it, I can't really put a fixed figure on this one.
Yeah.
But I know that roughly 700 slot houses usually come in at least more than 4 million in the ones I've done, at least. So I think that'd be a safe guess.
Yeah, yeah. Also, rather conservatively speaking, because I've seen builds in 700 slot houses that probably extend that number a little bit. And
Yep.
you're really close also to the limit, to the slot.
Yes, I'm usually hovering right at it, but I've recently taken a few items out, so a few free slots.
Cassiopeia was really close to hers as well. One slot. Just
Yep.
one.
It's the constant process of finding the one weakest link in your house to take away so you can add the new furnishing.
Yeah. Hmm. And I mean, there's always new furnishings to come. So you may need a little bit. Look here, everyone. I wanted to show this a little bit closer. Gentle, subtle lighting. Also really like the glowflies here.
Yeah, I do love those.
Yeah, very, very pretty.
So this statue is usually absolutely massive, but
Yes.
it was kind of obscuring the entire garden, so I decided to sink it quite a bit into the ground.
That was a really smart choice.
But normally it is
Huge. Yes, yes. I'm wondering, wait a minute, where have I seen this one? I think, was it Too Slow or someone else's Earth Tag Cavern? They did also a garden theme there, and the statue, I think, was in the water.
all right.
Very, very nice. So, the lighting here again. Very beautiful. Oh.
So this bit is usually inaccessible, but there's no like invisible barrier here, so you can actually just come up and use it if you add a ladder or stairs or something. So I thought, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the boundary is the invisible wall, I think, because, you know, some houses have like chasms, or like in the Lunar Champion of the Lunar, no, Hall of the Lunar Champion, they also have like these huge halls, and you just see where it takes you, and maybe you can just make something very special or nice up there. Very, very nicely done. Do enjoy it. And totally understand why this would be the main residence and home.
Yeah, it sort of fulfills best of everything, I think. Whereas the
Yes.
other houses are a bit more themed.
True. Oh, wow. Poseidon, you spent what? 20 mil?
Oh my.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, everyone. Aha.
So one day I will finish Tales of Tribute and get the actual table for it, but for now, this will do.
It will. So if anybody wants to have a game, come here. Oh, can't get. That's so weird. The camera just did not want to oblige. Yeah, this is a beautiful, nice little cozy place. Also, very clear who is the owner now in the goblet. Or is it wine?
You'll never know.
True. Wonderful. So, does anyone from the audience maybe have a question for our designer today? Feel free to ask those questions. We'll try to answer all the questions if we can. Also, what was the first piece, or what's the creative process for you in any of your builds and in this particular house?
So I'm not sure I have a fixed process, but I suppose I'd kind of go through the same motions each time, starting big and then going down to the smaller things in terms of the impact. So, for instance, if I'm looking at an empty room, I'll go, okay, firstly, am I going to change the room at all? You know, am I going to add a wall? Am I going to add a staircase? Am I going to change the shape of the room?
Mm, yes.
Then do that first if I'm going to, and then start with the biggest furnishings that are going to draw the eye. So statues, beds, wardrobes, the things that are going to take up most of the room, and then kind of go down from there, and do like multiple passes, adding more detail each time. That's usually how I go about it.
Mm,
A bit like if you're making a painting, you start with a basic sketch and then you add more detail and then you add the color.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
but
Going from big to small also
yeah,
makes sense.
and I like to get the lighting in quite early as well, because I feel like a house without lighting and a house with lighting, they can look very different.
Yes.
So if you design the whole thing and don't put any lighting in and then put it in at the last moment, you can suddenly go, oh, this looks terrible. What was I thinking? So I like to put the lighting in quite early on once I've got the shape of the room down, so I know what it's going to look like when it's finished, but just, with more stuff in it.
Hmm. Yeah, I see. I would actually put the light first and then go about, but that everybody's different. I really appreciate that. Also, the approach that you've explained. Is there always a story to any of your builds, or do you need some kind of inspiration, or do you just see the room and then, or you see the plot and then you decide, oh, that's what I'm gonna do with it?
I usually start with a story. I mean, most of the houses I've done, I've started based around a character. So this one was based around Edvard, and then Ebonheart Chateau was based around another character, and same for most of them. But then a
Mm.
couple of them I've done on themes. So Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery, which we're going to next, that one was done purely because I wanted a Christmas house. And there's not much more story than I wanted a house that was Christmassy. So I don't always do a really intricate story, but I like to tell a story with like the placement of furnishings, with the theme and the design, even if there's not a very specific one to it.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Also interesting that you liked, or that there are houses that you like to build around a character, and that there's also a house that is purely done to tailor to a theme. I really enjoy that. So it's really a broad range of inspiration for you there. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever idea sparks in my mind, and then I go, oh, I can see a build that's finished in this house that I want to do. Yeah, it could be anything that motivates me. For instance, one of the ones we'll go to today, the motivation was that I was looking in my storage and I noticed that I had a big collection of Daedric Prince statues and I wanted to do something with them. And that was the motivation. So,
They have to go somewhere.
yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want them just sitting in storage doing nothing.
Oh,
So,
collecting dust in storage. Also, they take up slots in storage.
yes, although I do have a 700 slot house entirely dedicated to storing furnishings. So,
The IKEA. Everybody has one, I'm
yeah,
told.
I would recommend it if you're gonna get back into housing. It's very useful. Saves putting everything in your bank.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I just I don't have that much furnishings, but I sometimes struggle
Yeah.
with slots. But that's mainly because supports generally have a lot of sets, and that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Poseidon wanted to commend you on a job well done.
Oh,
Not sure
thank
if
you,
you've
Poseidon.
seen that. That's very kind of you, Poseidon. Yeah, that's very fascinating, interesting, and yeah, I totally see that. You know, sometimes you have a piece and you think, yeah, that's really really nice, but what to do with it?
Yeah. I think
Perfect.
with some of the more fancier pieces, especially the statues, you can almost build a house around them, and it's just about finding the right house.
Oh. Yeah, location, and real estate. the right,
Exactly.
the right place. I see that. Makes sense. Do you actually do commissions, or are you interested in doing commissions for other people, or is
I
there?
haven't really done much of that at the moment. I mean, I've helped out with other builds, but usually if I'm helping out, I'm doing it for free. You know, just giving a bit of advice. I'm not sure I'd be into completely building something 100%. You know, I like to work alongside the person whose house it is, because at the end of the day, they're the one that has to live in it. So,
Oh, that sounds actually like an interior designer would do it too. You would want to work with the people who actually would live in the house, or you would want to tailor to their needs, but you basically would not do something all by yourself and then hope that they're going to
yeah.
like it. Yeah, makes sense. So anybody in the audience, if you want to have a little bit of help and a buddy to build things, hit Dreadfather up. Send them messages. Right, how about we oh. Did you get a message just now?
He says core.
Okay. Yeah, so how about we jump to the next one?
Yep.
And you can walk us through the process there.
So, Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery.
Okay. This is also really big, if I remember right.
It is quite big, yes. It's not furnishing slot-wise, it's 600, not 700.
Oh.
So it's the next size down. But the actual house is basically just as big as any of the 700 slot ones. So, especially the outside, there's a lot of space that you can work with.
Just had to sign in. Oh. Yes.
So yeah, Christmas house.
Christmas house. Oh, this is wonderful. This is really wonderful. So if there is anybody planning a new live celebration when the festival, the event looms around, can they come host a party here maybe?
Sure, it's built for parties.
Did you hear that? It's built for parties, everyone. So come.
Every December I pop this as my primary residence, so...
Oh, look. Look, everyone. Yeah, the entry is already beautiful and fantastic. I think people will appreciate that. Aww. You're greeted with a bunch of snacks. Nosy meh. Wonderful. Very, very nice. At Christmas. So, what do you mean by Christmas house? I mean, winter theme and new life theme, or is there more to it for you?
Yeah, so it was themed around the new life. I built it in last December because I wanted a more wintry style house. So the inside is very much like a log cabin, like a Swiss log cabin style. There's a party going on. You've got the Christmas trees up and the decorations. And out here you've got a little Christmas market, or new life market, I should say. Yeah, it was just a spur of the moment decision that I wanted something a bit more wintry than High Hallow.
Yeah, see, I'm looking for the Glühwein. German Christmas markets do have a bunch of stalls too, so I feel right at home here. nice placement of the tapestry also. Obviously a place where you can have a dance.
Yep.
So Cathonia is asking, how long did it take you here to build this one?
Well, I built it entirely in December because I had a deadline of Christmas Day. So it, I think, started about 12th of about 10th of December and finished before Christmas. So
Ooh.
2 weeks maybe.
That was very quick. It's really quickly.
Yep.
Really fast. So
Luckily, there
yes.
was an event just before it that dropped a load of Solitude furnishings, so I was well stocked with things to use here.
Awesome. Very nice. Ah, also interesting lighting, also gentle, not too much in your face. And obviously this is, I think the Aurora Borealis is also really nicely fitting to this theme of this particular house.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a EHT skybox effect that you can use.
Look, everyone. Isn't that nice? You feel like you traveled all the way to the North Pole. Maybe visiting Santa? You can actually... Oh, did you board this off? Because you can actually go up there along the waterfall.
Yeah, I boarded most of this off just because there's not much going on up there, but you can, if you see that white tree up there, I think that's basically the limit of where you can walk to.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot of space.
There is a lot of space. Yeah, I've seen a build here. Looked also very much in theme with the name of the house. Was more a gallery of all kinds of antiquities and specialty furnishings. You're also super close to the limit. Just one slot.
Yep.
Oh, and there has to be a wreath, of course.
Of course.
Nicely done. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, I can see people having a nice party here. Relaxing after they've danced. Broken a sweat maybe. Now need to cool off here. Aha. And take a look at the stars and the northern lights. Let's have a look over there. Oh, this is a nice placement also, and a nice use for that flower. I'm sure everybody knows this flower by now. It's of an achievement when you've managed to do all the dungeons. Also really cozy. I really like this part of the house as well. Nicely done.
Just a little quiet area away from the party.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, you know, when you've had a bunch of glasses of mulled wine and you've danced a lot, you might be a bit exhausted and need a little walk. This is perfect for it.
As long as you don't fall off the bridge.
I mean, you fall in and what's the harm? You sober up a little bit, maybe. It's not like there's piranhas in there that could go chomp on you.
No, this one is piranha free. Okay, so we're coming in through the back door, but the front door's the one at the end there.
Ooh. Look, everyone. That is a true new life theme. Also, really nice music box, very fitting. I see some party guests already have arrived and are waiting for new life to come. Look, everyone. It does have some chalet vibes to me too. You could come here after you've been skiing a little bit too. I can totally see that. Look, everyone. Oh, I love it. How much gold would you say did you spend creating this?
At a guess, probably around 4.5 million. With the fact that most of the furniture I crafted, so all of the tables and chairs and bits and pieces, all the Solitude stuff I crafted.
Oh, wow.
So that definitely saved a lot.
But you'd have to have the materials too, so was there farming
Yeah.
involved?
Well, I tend to farm materials to make money anyway, so I tend to have a lot of them on me at any point in time. So there was only, I think, one particular material I had to go out and buy, which I think would have been like the mundane rune or heartwood or whatever the the normal expensive one is.
Ah, Lunar Champion tablets. That's interesting. I mean, makes sense also because obviously a lot of people are looking to for some tips what to sell for gold and what sells well. So there you have it. Materials, people.
Yeah, I mean, for me, farming materials is the best way to make gold, just because at the same time you're also getting stuff that you can use when crafting furniture. So it's sort of like you're getting a bit of both. You sell the stuff that you know you're not going to use, like the gear upgrading materials, so droog wax and tempering alloys and things like that, and then you keep the stuff that's used for furniture.
Makes sense. And a little accident happened here, I'm guessing, with the floating books and
perhaps.
perhaps. some naughty guests read something, tried something, and we don't know.
Drunk wizards.
That's also a really nice reading place. You can see somebody picking a book, settling down, reading in here. It's a very nice place. Oh, we've seen this one also in the previous home as well.
Yeah, so that's a collectible furnishing. So you can place it in every single house.
Yeah, much like also the singing wall as well.
Yeah, because they use a separate furnishing limit, I tend to like to use them just because it feels like a waste not to.
Oh,
So I do try to repurpose the collectible ones in as many ways as possible.
yeah, I can see why you're so close to the limit. To
Yep.
the
Mostly
furnishing.
food. These tables.
Oh. I mean, but you do have to have a banquet.
Yep, absolutely.
It's necessary. I don't see any way around it. Hmm. Ah. Oh, this is also wonderful. A little bit more private area. The detail you put into these houses is just wonderful. So beautiful. Ah. Also smart use for this particular piece. Isn't that the chimes in there?
I think so. It's from one of the elsewhere zones. Projection stone moons.
Very, very nicely done. Yeah, I could totally see people coming here, having a party, falling asleep after they had so much good food outside.
So underneath the stairs here is a little sort of smokehouse or storage room.
Ooh, I like. Nothing wrong with a smoking room. Granted, you probably not have it in in an actual house because
No.
then the entire house would smell like it. But that's also a really nice use for this particular space.
So this floor here isn't part of the original build. I added this in.
Oh. Oh. Yes, also
Because
really.
I needed a kitchen.
Of course, if you want to cater to so many people downstairs, you do need a kitchen. I was wondering where you have that. Look, everyone. So much attention to detail. I know I say that a lot, but it's just amazing and mesmerizing to me that you add so much detail to something. Makes the house look lived in. Cooking books? Floaty cooking books? I'm guessing. Very nice. Was this part actually a bit fiddly to build, or did you just...
It was a bit, because there's so many beams and things that are part of the house that you can't actually move around. So I tried, I think, different locations first for the kitchen and ended up settling on that one. And then, like the staircase, it was a lot of trial and error, trying different staircases that didn't fit, and finally settled on that wooden one that fit the space.
Yeah. Makes it look more organic, like it belongs. Hope everyone caught that. Very nicely done. Aha! Of course, you need some sleeping quarters as well.
Little communal bedroom area for everyone to come after the party.
That's also really familiar with, or very also everyone, here we do have chamber pots. Some people were asking, where's the toilet in one of the wonderful houses that I visited? There was a bathroom, but no toilet. Worry, no more people. There are chamber pots. Yeah, but this also reminds me of chalet in Switzerland or in Austria. Up in the mountains, you would actually have communal sleeping areas.
Yeah.
Oh, probably for a family. Little bathroom. That tapestry is also really beautiful. Fits in here. Also really, really nicely. Oh, did you close this area up there?
Yeah, usually there's another floor up there, but as you can see, 599 out of 600.
Yeah.
The kitchen meant that I had to sacrifice it.
It was a worthy sacrifice. Completely worth it. Kitchen is so wonderful. So you do actually hope that people are going to come here and have parties and hang out. Did that actually happen last year, or?
Well, we did a shout out in guild chat and got a load of people from the different Rose guilds coming over. So I think we had 4 or 5 people in at once at one point, just touring around.
Oh, nice. That's very nice. I really do think people should go and visit more. You put so much time and effort into these houses. Everyone should see this for themselves. I mean, it's nice that you allow me to stream this, and you're kind enough to answer all my questions. And maybe if the audience has questions, their questions. But it's different if you come here and visit yourself, people. So do come. Very nicely done. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
And this would be the front door.
Yeah, so that's back where we started out.
Love all the music boxes around. And the various different snowmen and Cadwells and Catwells. Look here, everyone. I do hope I got everything here. If not, do point me in the right direction.
Yep, that's the entire build.
Hmm. Are you planning to build any other house in, more of a themed kind of way, like this one, or not at all?
Well, the next build is something that I've only just started a week ago, and it was sort of based on a theme as well.
Oh,
So I can talk more about that when we're over there. Yeah, I'm kind of moving away from characters now, just because all of my main characters already have a house. So I don't really have anyone else to do at the moment.
makes sense. And then the themes are really happy or welcome reason to start building. Also, this is a little reminder for all of you builders, for all of you creators and designers. There's only a few more days left for you to enter in the One More Housing competition. Do not forget to enter. All of you should enter at least like one house. I mean, you can only enter one house, but please, please, all of you enter. I think it's only until the 13th and around 11:59 is the last chance. So make sure that you do enter your houses. Right. So which house do you want to go next to?
So Moon Sugar Meadow?
Sure. That's the newest build.
Yeah, so it's only a week old, and I will say it's still a work in progress. There's still bits that I'm tweaking and still needs to be decorated with the small little bits and pieces, but the main features are all there now.
I really like seeing work in progresses because, you have a chance to go back when it's all done, and you can have more of these oh and moments when you
Yeah, exactly.
see it.
So this is my first completely custom build.
Ooh.
So where like the structure is all built with furnishings.
Oh, this is wonderful already. Those of you who know Moon Sugar will probably know that this is not how it looks like when you enter. Okay, so we are prepared that it may be a little bit of a darker theme.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay.
No parties allowed here.
No parties allowed. Okay. Pan up a little bit. Ah, very nice and sneaky. Oh. Looks like you've done something to the sky.
Yes, so that's another EHT skybox effect. So there's about 15 or 20 of them that you can apply that just completely change what the skybox looks like.
Hmm. Poseidon is already saying this is his kind of theme. Look, everyone. What might be going on here? Any guesses? Oh. Oh, wow. What a haul. Everyone, this is a week old. Okay? Just look at it. Wonderful lighting. Very, very nice lighting.
So the idea here is that there's an alcove for each and every one of the Daedric princes.
Hmm? You had the statues or what was, I mean, you did already divulge that it was a theme that made you build this. Was it alongside all, oh, I have all those statues and now I need to come up with a place?
Yeah, pretty much. It was wanting to put the statues on display, and then I built the idea around it that this is some kind of temple, like a Daedric cult hidden away in the mountains, where instead of just being based around one prince, it was based around all 16 of them. So that's the rough sort of lore about the building.
So all worshippers are catered to here, everyone?
Yep.
Come.
Unless you worship Jigalag.
Okay.
Got nothing for him.
But everyone else you have. Wow. This is a huge hall. It's so stunning that you did this with this place. Oh, hi. Hello. Ooh, wonderful lighting. Also really like the effect around it. Around this particular statue. Really enjoy that one. Look, everyone. So it's still a work in progress, as you said. How long, no, how much time in total did it take you to set up everything? Like the structure first and then you took it from there?
So I basically started with this front wall,
Mm-hmm.
and that basically fixed the position for the entire rest of the building. Next bit I did was all these archways to line up how long it needed to be, because I knew I needed it to be 7 long, because there's 14 princes being in here, and then there's also 2 that are separate in different parts of the building. And then the flooring went in next, and everything sort of built around that. And then once the structure was finished, then I did the lighting, and then I put in the statues and started putting in decorations, etc. But yeah, it didn't take too long, just because I had a ton of crafting materials and all of the floor, the walls, etc. I crafted all those.
Mm.
But I have had to sell pretty much everything in my crafting bag to afford this.
Oh, wow. So how much would you say did it cost you?
Upwards of 8 to 9 million.
Oh,
at the
wow.
moment, at least.
Oh, wow. It's not cheap.
Yep, and still another 120 furnishings to place.
Oh, wow. I really love that you placed the quivering cheese here. Here, everyone. He's one of my favorites, I will admit that. Mainly because of the cheese.
Good a reason as any.
Yes. Yes, also welcome, Cassiopeia, and that is a lot of gold. And yes, you're very right. This is an amazing home. Wow. And I'm hoping that this place is open for worship. Yes?
It's not currently open.
Oh, okay.
Only to a select few people, because I'm waiting for Necrom to arrive to finish off the furnishings. There's quite a few things that I'm planning to get that are not available yet. So probably in about a month or so, I'll make it public.
Okay. So this is a preview, everyone.
Yeah.
And in a month, I'm guessing it will look a little bit different. And so there will be a bit of an aha and oh, how did he do that? Kind of thing going on. You did a perfect job here. I really like the subtle lighting and how you placed everything and dedicated each little alcove to one of the gods.
Yeah, I felt that if it was just the statues, then it would perhaps be a bit repetitive and people would very quickly run through this part. So I tried to give each alcove its own lighting, its own ambience, just so it felt a bit more themed towards that prince.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Also adds, in my opinion, more drama. And in a place like this, you do need that.
Yeah.
I feel. So all you worshippers, in a bit, you can come, do your worshipping, leave kind messages, please. Oh, she's also one of my favorites. Any arachnophobes? Do not look. Oh, look at her. Yeah, very magical place. I mean, you would probably expect it because of all the worshipping that can go on here. Just fantastic. Aha. Well, I fit right in here, I think.
So I didn't have a statue for Malakath, but I did have that carving, so...
I think it fits. Completely fits. Makes sense. Yeah, this I think that's true. What you say, Poseidon, that some houses that don't have like a lot of stuff in them, that are blank canvases, you can let your imagination go free. Also, perfect lighting here again. Look, everyone. I'm a bit mesmerized, I will admit that.
So for the last 4 here, I didn't actually have any statues or anything representing them, so I've had to be a bit more creative, at least until I end up finding a statue somewhere. But this one is meant to be Namira.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you do need to be a little bit more creative when you don't actually have a representation, but this is very nicely done. I'm sure people will understand this and realize. Anybody wants to guess who this is dedicated to? I'm sure we do have smart people in the audience who already know. It's not a problem. We're all here to learn from time to time. Really like the oh, you only did the Dagger for Covenant story. Oh, okay, okay.
Well,
Really like. Yes.
Sorry, go on. Oh, so this particular prince actually only shows up in one place in the entire game, so I wouldn't be surprised if people don't know him that well.
That was a good hint. What do people say? Do we need to tell them, maybe? Also really like the petal work here. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I like that finish. It's pretty. So this one's Sanguine, who is all about partying and booze, so it's meant to be a wine fountain.
But you can guess it with all the nice bottles, and some of them have obviously been emptied. Look here, everyone. So dramatic. The statue is so dramatic.
Yeah, it's a bit too big to put in one of those tiny alcoves, so had to do something a bit more special for Mayron's Dagon.
Yes.
And it also has a few different
Oh.
lighting modes that you can change, including this one.
Oui.
Yeah, which is a bit too over the top, I think.
Yeah, slightly. This one is actually really nice. It's, I think it is, maybe it's the best choice. Maybe I'm a bit partial, but I do like this particular choice for it. And of course, his statue had to be bigger.
Of course. Just like his ego.
Yes. Had to be bigger than everybody else's. Now, what would we have here? Ooh, had to sneeze there. Excuse me. That is a little bit more intense, the light here.
Yeah, so these last two I haven't really done much with. Waiting on an idea really, but
Well,
seeing
it
as it,
comes. It will come.
yeah,
Maybe people in the audience have ideas for you, or they're seeing this and are like, you know, I've got an idea, and maybe they can send you a message or something.
yeah,
Look
happy
here.
to hear any ideas people have.
I mean, when you've seen this huge statue, these ones can look a bit, or they pale a little bit, but that's to be
Yeah.
expected. This one.
So there are 2 rooms down there, but there's nothing in them at the moment.
All right.
Hoping to add some more rooms there if I have the furnishing slots.
I was gonna say that you're getting very close to the limit again.
Yeah, I may end up walling those off.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do that if you want your theme, or yeah, if you want to make something impressive, you sometimes have to downsize the house.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah.
So little viewing platform up here. Wanted to keep it open so you could sort of look at the statue from the top level.
That's nice. That's very nice, everyone. Look. Ooh. Oh, this is brilliant. Wonderful collection again. Little bit of a garden theme up here.
Yeah, like a alchemy garden or a wizard's garden or something like that.
Hmm.
I still need to put some kind of dirt or something in the floor there.
That won't show on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's sometimes a bit tricky, some of the furnishings. It's really nicely done. Also, really like the color choices here, that you're going sometimes, or seem to go with opposite color themes. Adds dramatic effect. Hey.
So this bit is very work in progress, but it's going to end up as a portal room. So I
Ah,
think the 3 other houses, so you've got High Hallowhold, Antiquarians, Alpine Gallery, and Ebonheart.
wonderful. Look, everyone. Just in case you needed to go after you've been worshipping a little bit, you can go hang out at the different houses. That's very nice. also a feature of the essential housing tools. So if you don't have that already, you might want to get it. Also, I really like the use of this particular doorway, or well, is it a doorway? Archway? I really like the use here as well. I've seen it before. It's just I never know what to do with this.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one, but I mean, it works perfectly for a portal.
Yes.
It's what it's meant to be anyway. So,
A portal room. I mean, there are some creators and designers who have dedicated houses that are, as Cathonia showed us last time,
yep.
dedicated portal houses.
Maybe one day when I have a few more houses under my belt, I'll have a look at doing that.
Oh, wow. Okay, I love this room.
So this is dedicated to the 16th Daedric Prince.
Yeah, I feel right at home here. Would move in. I'm sure everybody knows who we're talking about. Can you actually jump up there?
Yes, so that is a parkour course that if you look above where we came in, there's another room up there.
Oopsie. Oh, okay.
And it leads up to that secret room.
Oh, that's very sneaky. Very nice, very nice. Let's see. Oops. Too far.
I will say I've never actually managed to complete it myself, so if anyone does, when this is public, congrats.
Oh. Everyone, that's a challenge maybe. Oops. Learning a bit of parkour so you don't look silly when things happen in dungeons. I'm talking about one particular dungeon. Don't know. Any of you are familiar with it? You can easily overshoot that. Oh. Wonderful. I really love it.
So this will get a big rework when the next chapter hits, because there's a lot of things I've got my eye on for
Oh.
Explorer.
We'll say it's one of the bestest. I mean, it's knowledge. And chaos.
Yep. Which is why
Nothing wrong with that.
Who better to be the prophet for Hermaeus Mora than Maik?
Yeah, true. Very, very fitting. That's very fitting. Also really enjoy that you put in a little bit of a parkour theme up here. You know, some people do enjoy something like that. I mentioned this before. Some people have added like little themes into their houses that, for instance, they can go search, as in Cathonia's house, for the little bat, Albert.
Oh yeah.
And also in another home, I was told that there were hidden away a number of skulls. So people can go on scavenger hunts and discover some of the secrets. Really enjoy that. Look, everyone. Also, really nice use of that particular furnishing up there. That's very nice. I'm sure everybody knew exactly who this was dedicated to the moment we walked in.
Yeah, the tentacles are a bit of a giveaway.
Yes, a dead giveaway for sure. Well, for a work in progress, this looks already really promising.
Thank you.
Very well lit again, but honestly, I'm kind of expecting this a bit.
Yeah, the lighting in here is one of my favorite lighting objects. It's the Azure plasm cage right in the roof up there.
Yes.
It's so good for like underwater or aquatic style builds.
Yeah, indeed. It's just you can look at it and be mesmerized and drift off into thoughts. Also fitting for this particular theme in here.
Yeah, totally. So there we
Yeah,
go.
it's insanely bright. Insanely bright, this light. And of course you would have this illusion that this probably would be a bit watery themed up there. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is absolutely mesmerizing. Also that you had this idea to create a temple of worship for all the princes.
So that's it for the actual building, but what I can show you is what it looks like from the outside,
Oh yeah.
because there's a secret exit that
Ooh.
I will be filling in when it's finished, but at the moment, will let us get out.
Oh. Oh. Sneaky. Yeah, but of course you had to do this.
So if you jump down here and run up to the top of this boulder and then turn around.
Oh
You may have
wow.
to zoom the camera out a bit.
Yeah, I did already. Now look, everyone. Do you hope I'm getting maybe? Yeah. This is a huge place. I hope everyone is getting this, how huge this is.
So the back of it is about sort of 5 meters away from the invisible barrier.
Oh,
And then the front is obviously where you come in at the entrance, so it's using up basically the entirety of the length of Moonsugar Meadow.
that is very, very huge. I mean, this is a large plot too. Yeah, it's amazing indeed, Cassiopeia. I agree. Is amazing. And that's what you can do with a basically almost empty place. You can just have your imagination take you to building a temple. Really also like that you chose this particular lighting effect. Skybox, I mean.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Very nice. Wow. And obviously you're going to probably close that particular little snag in the wall off soon.
Yeah, so when it's finished, the only bit where you'll actually be able to see the sky is when you're walking through that canyon at the entrance. And then once you actually enter the building, it's going to be completely inside, no windows. So you won't be able to know the fact that you're in Moonsugar Meadow at all, really.
Yeah, unless by the name, but yeah. Yeah, and this is so different. I mean, people in the stream have already seen a number of Moonsugar Meadows and different builds, and this too can be done here. Just your imagination is the limit, people. Do whatever you feel like doing. Wow. Also, just the fact that it's basically hovering above the floor is just fantastic. Look.
When I was building it initially, I didn't realize this boulder was here.
Oh.
And I ended up building the floor straight into the side of this boulder and having to move the entire thing up.
Oh no!
Luckily, Essential Housing Tools help with that. So it wasn't too much of a chore, but...
Oh no! Just, oh god. No, think about that, people. If you didn't have a tool like Essential Housing Tools, that is a really powerful tool. I just realized today. You'd have to move every single piece of the floor manually. Oh. Look, everyone. This is so fantastic. Because over here you would probably, yeah, you do see a little bit of the entrance canyon.
Yeah.
This is really impressive. I mean, in some builds you don't, you only know that it's there because, or you know how big the plot is because you've been there or because you have seen it. But to see it in this way makes it all the more massive and more impressive. I think.
I think this is definitely up there with one of the biggest free plots
Yeah.
that you can get.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, if you go left and right, there's still plenty of space I haven't used, and up as well. I think you could probably go another 3 levels. So if you look at the tower, I could build another 3 levels up, or 2 or 3 levels.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I hit the ceiling. So lots of space in here.
Yeah, for sure. That's absolutely fantastic. Lots of space, but again, 700 is the limit, everyone.
Unfortunately so.
If only there were how many more? I did see someone saying they wanted 200 or 300 more in 700 slots.
As many as they're willing to give us, I think.
Yeah, I'm not getting tired of looking at it. So in a month, everyone, you can come here. You can also worship. You can walk, meander about, and then have a little parkour session upstairs. And have fun up there. Panning up one more time.
Yeah, once it's finished, I will probably be setting it up as my primary house for a while. and probably drop something in the housing channel on Rose Discord. But that will depend on how quickly I can make the money needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've talked to, for instance, Lily from ITT, who has dedicated usually 2 to 3 hours per day farming for material.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the normal thing. If you're getting into housing, you've got to expect to spend probably 60% of your time or more actually just farming for money or farming for crafting materials.
Yeah, I mean, of course, where else would you, get everything from? I mean, of course, you could also buy stuff, but that would also require lots of gold.
Yeah.
Wow. This is beautiful. And a really nice idea also that you did something with the statues and decided for this theme. Wow. Do we have any questions from the audience, or are people a little bit shy today? It's okay if you are shy, that's fine. I can ask all the questions. No questions, just job well done. There you go. Oh, do the ghost animals have names? Or particularly this one that just zooms around here?
Okay, so the ghost cat in High Hallow Hold has a name.
Oh.
That one's called Unsinkable Sam, which is a reference to a cat that was managed to survive 3 battleship sinkings in World War II.
Oh.
This little guy I haven't actually named yet, so I'm happy to take any name from anyone if they've got an idea.
Suggestions, people? Cathonia, do you have a suggestion? She was the one asking, by the way. Spiders upstairs, do they have names?
I think the yellow spider has one. So the spider next to the Mephala statue is called Madame Octa, which is a reference to an author called Darren Shan. If anyone's read his books, you'll get the reference.
That's nice that you name the animals in a little chapeau to either a cat from World War II or authors. Any other specific references that people should be looking for or may not get if they haven't read?
Not in the build itself. I mean, I sort of based this initial area on the Mines of Moria. And also the fact that you've got Mehrunes Dagon at the end, sort of in fire, is a bit like the Balrog coming through the Mines of Moria.
Aha.
So I got the inspiration of putting him there.
Cathonia has a suggestion. Nars Ghastly.
I like it. I'm changing its name right now. That's
Perfect.
fixed.
Perfect. Yeah, that's interesting that you're mentioning this at Mines of Moria. Of course, the holes were much larger, but still. It's a little bit of a chapeau here. Brilliant. Brilliant. Shall we go to the next one?
Can do, yeah. So the only other one left would be Ebonheart,
Oh,
which you have seen before,
yeah.
although I have made a few tweaks here and there.
Oh, okay. So,
Nothing major, but you may notice a few things have changed.
yeah, Cathonia. Gnarls Ghastly. And they think I'm ghastly. So everyone who's been here for other streams, particularly the Crips one, knows this one, of course. I will sign. I really loved this one. This was so wonderful. How long did it take you to create this one?
I have a feeling I did this one quite quickly. I mean, like the majority of things in here I did within a week.
Oh.
But then there's a few changes I made later on where I came back like a month later and added a new feature or completely changed a bit. But yeah, I think I was up to sort of 650 furnishings in a week.
That is quickly. That is really quickly. And what was your major inspiration for this one?
So this is based on one of my other characters who is a vampire assassin. So the idea behind the place is it's meant to be a headquarters for a sort of vampire offshoot of the Dark Brotherhood, who worship Mephala. So the place is called Mephala's Embrace, and you've got a lot of Mephala and a lot of assassin themes throughout it.
I like it. Very nicely done. Going to have a look around. See, maybe you have to point me into the right directions if you have made changes that are so subtle that I'm not seeing them.
I think the only one out here that you may notice is if you look up in the air, there may be someone flying past.
Yes, I have seen him already. I was about to ask, is this one here for a specific purpose already? There. Look at him. Look at him go. The pathing for those is also sometimes a bit weird.
Yeah, they don't do curves, they do like angles. So if you try to change the angle, it just instantly changes.
True, yeah, they don't do curves exactly. But I mean, I'm totally new to essential housing tools, but maybe can you just use a circle? Because you can create circles with furnishings and then have or create a scene with one of those and have them go in a circle? Or
Possibly. I've never looked into if it has any options for pathing, but it might do.
yeah, I just know that there is a feature with scenes that you can just record,
Right,
and then because you record them, then whatever you want to have go on a specific path will go on that specific path then.
Yeah, I think I've seen people do like quests in their house before using that.
Yeah.
I have to look into it, see if it's possible.
I really like the lighting here already in this house. But then the first time that I ended, I was like, yes, beautiful, gorgeous lighting. Were there 4 or was there 3 when I visited first?
There were 4, but I've swapped 2 of them out. So the 2 on the right are new.
Ah. Hello, new buddies. Obviously, they fit with the theme of this particular house. Oh, excuse me. Is this one open for visitors? Can anybody come?
It is. It's not my primary residence though, so you're going to need to use something like EHT or a mod to access it. But it's open to anyone that's in a Rose Guild.
Oh. If you're not in a Rose Guild, join. I think with Porto Friend's House, you can actually also access this if you have the handle of the person, and then you would have to add the actual residence, but not the name that you've given it, but the actual name. So it would be Ebenhardt.
EHT has a similar thing in the Housing Hub part. So at the bottom of if you open the Housing Hub page, you can put in a player's username and then you pick from a drop-down list the house.
Yeah.
And as long as you've got access, then it will let you port.
Yeah, it's the same for Porto Friend's House. Look, everyone, bats and just a wonderful dark theme. The question was yes. I think this was in a competition a few weeks ago, was it not?
Yes, it was. It was a Rose competition, I think.
Yeah. One more housing competition is about to start soon. There were also really nice entries for that particular competition. And this one is is a house that you like to brag about, because I think that was the name of the competition.
Yes, it was. I think at the time this was probably my favorite build.
Oh, is it?
Although it may have been usurped by the new one.
Why is this your favorite one?
I just got to play with the themes I like, you know, spooky and dark. So in High Hallow I did a tiny bit that was like that, but I didn't get to do it for the whole house, whereas here I could just go completely crazy and make the whole house really spooky.
Yeah, it's very nice if you have like a place where you can let your imagination run free. I really enjoyed that particular part, by the way.
Yeah, the door knocker.
Yeah, exactly. The door knocker was just, I stood here, I was like, oh, look there. There's something you can actually try to knock with, or somebody's looking through the door already. Again, arachnophobes, be warned. Do not look too close. This, I mentioned this on the stream already, but I really enjoy the lighting here. It's just perfect. And all the little spiders. Look, everyone. What was it that took the longest in here, would you say?
Probably the garden.
Oh, really?
Either that or messing around with the flooring in here, because some of the upstairs is custom flooring. There's some walls that have been added in, and just getting that all exactly right was quite difficult. Well, that and saving up enough money for all the vampiric furnishings, which are ridiculously expensive.
Yes, they are so expensive. But gotta say, I mean, they got style.
They do.
The banquet hall, everyone. Come here, take a seat, have a sip. Dinner is waiting, literally. Wiggling still. Now, I do know that the question may come, do the pets have names? The spiders?
Yes, I believe these ones do. So there are 2 death hounds, which are called Jesse and James, which are named after the Team Rocket characters from Pokemon. Spiders. You've got Madame Octa in here as well, who was in the other house.
Yes, the yellow one, yes.
And there's a frostbite spider called Webby.
Aww. Webby.
And,
This one.
yes, he's on the statue. Or on the tree, even. And you can see why he's called that.
Look. Aww, so cute. Don't worry, I'm not going to destroy any of your webs, Webby. So Poseidon has offered to craft all the things for you. Says they know 80% of all the blueprints and
Oh, wow.
has all the vampiric ones too.
Cool. Thank you very much. Wow, that must have taken forever to collect them all.
Yeah, how long has that taken, Poseidon? Or have you just gone and looked for all the things? Oh, spent around 100 mil on prints. Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of gold just for prints. Wow. Oh, who's your little friend, the little vampire? Have there been like little events here, or have you had any visitors who have recently come and wanted to do maybe a party here or get together?
I've not done any parties here. It's not really very homely, but I've
That's
had a few
debatable.
people tour around. Well, yeah, if you're a vampire, I suppose. But there is a little Easter egg hunt that you can do here. So there's those 5 poems dedicated to Sithis that are scattered around the place.
Aha!
You would have seen one of them right by the entrance near the fountain, and there's another 4 somewhere in the house and the grounds. So if anyone wants to have a hunt for those.
I'm not going to show them then, because everybody can go find them themselves. So come here and look for all of those. Also make sure to leave a nice note.
Yeah, the teddy bear is a new addition from last time.
Oh.
So
Yeah, yeah, I really liked.
like assassin planning room.
Yeah, the detail is really, really nice here. All the wanted pictures. Yeah, you do get that vibe that here is where the planning happens with all the maps. Maybe people have gathered information about certain people, left a few notes here and there. Also nice use of this particular furnishing. In the other house, you turned it upside down. The miniature of Vardenfell.
Yeah.
So much detail in here as well. You're also super close to the limit as well.
699 out of 700 on this one.
Yeah. Very similar to Cassiopeia's house. One slot only. Oh, what did she do? Was she naughty? Nosy meh? Huh?
Yeah, she's just hanging up there as a snack. Anyone's hungry.
Oh yeah. Crafting area. Really important. Also maybe chance for somebody to take a nap.
Yeah.
Telvanni furniture is also really nice. Or I just find it really nice.
And we're getting more of that.
Mm-hmm. Very beautiful. I really like the use here, what you did here. This is very nice. It's just the perfect entrance. Little ajar. Can sneak in. And here's where the congregation meets, everyone. Yeah, and those pews obviously are vampiric ones, and yeah, I said it already, but they do have nice furnishings. The vampires.
Style.
What happened here? Hmm? Did you forget to stand up? Leave? Maybe somebody was a snack. So detailed, so detailed. Do you have like a specific vision or idea for this specific build that people might find it in a specific way, or do you have any kind of ideas or hopes for a future project that can lead from here?
I'm not sure if I'd do a future project based on this, but I mean, it's sort of a self-contained idea. I mean, I'll probably be doing more spooky ones in the future, just because that's the style I like to do. Anything dark, just because you can do a lot with the lighting and set the tone, and I don't think you can do that as much in like sort of a normal lit building. But yeah, I don't know. I may do something vampiric again. Just depends on what houses come out, I think. At the moment, there's not really any houses I've got my eye on. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what comes out in the future.
I think a lot of people are really, really curious as to what comes, what will we see next, and in what way can we use that? Can incorporate that to already existing builds or a new theme?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd like to see some more sort of Moon Sugar Meadow style builds where it's just a big open plot.
Mm-hmm.
And just a few more unique ones. So like the ship that they're doing is quite a cool idea. So more things like that where it's just something totally different.
Yeah, it also allows creativity to flow a little bit more. Get some more inspiration. Going for something completely different. Because I mean, how many really empty plots are there besides Moon Sugar?
So there's the icy one. I can't remember the name
Stillwater,
of it, but
Stillwater
yeah,
Retreat.
Stillwater. Yeah. And then there's a few Crown Store ones that are large, so you could, in theory, use them, but they've also got a building in them. So there's that Zanmir Pyramid one. I've seen people completely hide the pyramid and just do their own thing in the backyard. And I've seen people do the same with the ship that's in the cave. Almeri Grotto, I think it's called.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh,
Where
true.
they just build their own thing off into the side and ignore the ship and ignore the the main building parts. So there's a lot you can sort of do that with, but it's maybe not what it was intended for. Oh, and Earth Tear Cavern, I suppose, is the other
Yeah.
big open plan one that you
Yeah, that is
kind of free reign of. So
yeah.
there's only really 3 that are dedicated to just doing your own custom build at the moment,
That are just open, that are just plain canvases. Yeah. Would you like to have more of those, or would you like to have more already slightly themed new houses if you have a wish and maybe the developers are listening to us?
Probably a bit of both. I mean, open plan ones are great, but also I'd want to see a furnishing limit increase before I do any more custom builds, because that was the big thing with doing the custom build is I was at 300 out of 700 by the time I had just built the house that things were going into. So it felt like it was a small house by the time you got to decorating. So I'd love to see more big open spaces, but also an increase in the furnishing limit alongside that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. More space. I mean, more space and more things to put in. Yeah. Also, Poseidon mentioned the Hunter Glade.
Oh yes, that's a great one.
Yeah, there are a number of people who've utilized that one. I've already seen, but I've not yet seen many builds in there. But yeah, you can probably do lots of stuff with that one as well.
I think that Gandalf player that Chthoniya mentioned, he's done a Hunter's Glade build where I think he built like a spooky sort of vampire evil style castle there. So it's on the housing hub. If you search for the Hunter's Glade and look for a player called Gandalf, you'll see it on there. It's really good build.
Wow. Yeah, she did. Cathonia did show me a few. I think 2 of his.
Oh right, yeah.
And I've already gotten a taste, and I'm like, okay, I kind of have to look this one up, as there are masters out there and such talent in the guilds. I will say that on both communities, by the way, on ITT just as much as on the Roses. I've seen amazing builds and so much talent already.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy good builders out there.
Yeah, crazy, intense, and so just fantastic. Maybe I should go and get the upstairs room one more time, or the upstairs rooms. People know that there is an upstairs. I did mention that I really like what you did here with the gargoyles.
Oh yes. So the skulls are placed on top of the
Yes.
normal stone head. I wanted to make them look a bit different to the traditional gargoyles you see in most vampire homes. So
Yeah, makes sense. Makes complete sense.
little tiny tweak.
Also, I did say this the last time I was in here, but I really like this detail here. This is so in theme.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Anybody need some refreshments? Yeah, I will have to look him up, Cathonia, and then I'm probably going to be binge watching and binge touring his houses. Gandalf,
So
that is.
his full player name is Gandalf2675.
I think I've noted it this somewhere. Oh, teddy bear. Also, Cassiopeia would like to move in. She really likes it here.
Oh great. Well, we do have a spare bedroom. It's currently a bit dirty, but I'm sure I can clean it up.
You hear that, Cass? Come over. You can move in.
May not want to move in when you see the bedroom, but
I think she's. Did you see the bedroom already, Cass? She's saying lovely. Was it here? Oh.
Yeah, just behind the chair here.
Oh, behind the chair.
Right in the corner.
Right. Little hidden away. Yeah, and I can see why this is a little bit fiddly with the floors in here. And
Yeah.
this can be a bit annoying.
If I had the slots, I would have put another one of these on the other side, so you'd have like wooden paneling in here. But unfortunately, could not find any extra furnishing slots.
Yeah, there's a limit, and it's sad, kind of, that there is just 700 that you can put in here. Poseidon is visiting the Gandalf house. So much detail in this one. This is very well done. Really enjoy it. Come on, jump in. Cass, you still want to move in? I'm guessing she'll say yes.
Yeah, mini fridge in the bedroom.
Nothing wrong with that. Yes, sure. She says yes, sure. I mean, there's on the other side, I think the other bedroom is what you meant, probably.
Yes. On the other side of that wall.
Yes. Yeah, I had been wondering how you did it, or yeah, what you did with the other side when I was here the first time, because I didn't know that there was another room on the other side.
Yeah, so normally these two staircases just lead to a single platform.
Yeah.
And you can just walk straight through.
Mm-hmm. What the rent is? Cathonia wants to know what you have to, what the rent would be. Is it blood?
Gotta work.
Oh, you heard that.
Group of assassins, you've got jobs to do.
I mean, is you saw the wanted posters downstairs. Okay, Cathonia? And Cass, what do you say? Is this your bedroom? I mean, the petals are very nice. Oh, okay. So Cass can rent it. Cathonia says she would rather pay in blood.
Sorry, no freeloaders.
And Cass said she'll move in tonight. It's a nice spooky theme. And did you maybe open this for the witches festivals, or do you intend to do this?
I haven't previously. I could do. It's definitely on theme for that.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of thinking about it. Maybe it would fit. And particularly if you've hidden away a few things here for people to find, you can maybe add this as a little game.
Yeah, good idea.
I will never tire of the lighting in your houses. They are so wonderful. And it's you're absolutely right that with darker themes you can definitely have a play with much of the lighting, and I do know that there's a bunch of candles that light this particular statue.
Mm-hmm. In fact, if I move the statue out of the way,
Ah.
you can see what goes inside it.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, look everyone. You saw that, yes? That's how you utilize light.
So a lot of the statues in the temple build had the same kind of thing going on, where there was like candles just in the heads or somewhere in the body, unless the main lighting was really bright. So where like with the Hircine one, you had a Hagraven cauldron on the floor, and because that's just so bright, it didn't need any candles or whatever. You know, that was enough. But for the other ones where you're using more subtle light, you have to position it in various places.
Yeah, if you want to get a specific effect onto the statues and want them to be highlighted in a specific way, makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right, that Hargraven flame thingy is so bright. I sunk that in one of my houses into the water. It was still super, super bright.
Yeah, great one to use. And it's one of the only green ones. So if green is your color, then you're going to use a lot of those.
Yeah, true. Also, Poseidon is asking if you do have Bastion Sanguinaris.
I do not know. When it came out, I was definitely thinking about getting it. The only reason I didn't is because there was so many different loading screens, and for a house that I wanted to live in, I didn't want to, live in a house where I had to keep loading.
Oh, true.
So that's the reason I ended up going for High Hello Hold instead. Just because it's all in one place or one loading zone. But otherwise, I would have definitely gone for Bastion Sanguinaris.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoy that one. But mainly because I really like heights, and it's also got a dark theme going on. Also,
Oh yeah,
hello,
definitely.
Lily. Welcome to the chat. Oh, that's okay. You can watch the highlight later. We've been going on for quite a while. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. And some houses you do have loading screens, and I mean, I sometimes wonder why. I mean, there are large houses that like High Hello Ho.
Mm-hmm.
That's large, but you don't have any loading screens in them. So why would others need that? I don't really
Yeah,
get it.
I don't get it either. Sometimes they just seem to add them in for no reason. But yeah, I mean, it's not so much of an issue now, but back then I didn't have a great computer, so a loading screen was a big thing, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get that.
Oh,
And I think
yeah.
there's probably quite a few players that are like that, where it's like you don't want to keep loading back and forth if you're just in your house.
Will I survive the next loading screen, or am I going to be booted? Okay, I feel that. I mean, it's sometimes, I mean, in some trials you can also have this. I'm going to show the outside garden one more time because you said that this was when that took you the longest, or it was part of the house that was taking you quite long.
Yeah, I think it was mostly just because I hadn't done gardens much before, and I just didn't really know where to start with all this space, and had to spend a long time kind of brainstorming what I was going to do with the different patches.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes. I mean, we do have Cathonia in the chat who has built an entire forest with so much beautiful canopies. And how many trees was it? 200? 300? A lot of trees. So sometimes you don't exactly know where to start and what to put where, and will this fit, and all those things.
Yeah, natural scenes are definitely not my forte, so hats off to Cathonia for being able to pull that off.
Yeah, Cass also did a bit of a foresty, cozy theme in her home too. You enter and you feel right at home, and like you're getting a big hug from all the trees. Also, really like that you added a little bit of spookiness everywhere in this particular build.
Just reaping the spooky everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And the lighting, I do not tire of it. It's so wonderful.
So a lot of the plants and crystals and things out here are meant to sort of mimic the spiral skyne, so Mephala realm. So some of these actually came from a Mephala like furnishing pack, but then other bits I've picked up from various achievement vendors. So like the green crystals are from Vivek City achievement vendor. And various glowing plants and things that I've picked up from various places.
And of course there's my kind of trees, the recycling ones. I also really like the bat swarms. It's so in keeping with this theme of the house. Look, everyone. Spooky cookies. Yes, Lily. They're always the best. Where is he actually going? Is he going in through the tower up there?
Yeah, I do that a lot with the ghost like mounts and pets. Have them just go into a wall and then suddenly appear and in a totally different location.
I mean, it makes sense. They're ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
They should not be bound by walls.
You may have noticed the ghost cat will do that in a lot of the houses that I have him in. He'll just randomly run through a wall and then turn up in an entirely different room.
I love it. I really love it. I do have to go up the tower though. I said this the last time I was here that I really enjoy this place. This is perfect if you want to have a little sit down, relax, unwind, maybe read a book. It's a very nice, cozy place. Wedding trellis. Yes?
Yep, in the wall.
Yeah. Look here, everyone. Come here, visit this beautiful house. Go on a scavenger hunt, go find everything, and report back and let us know if you found everything. Yeah, and here I was like, oh, sad. Invisible wall. I cannot jump to my death. And then these Hargraven lights are so bright. I cannot jump to my death here. Oh.
It's like Zoz doesn't trust its player base.
But in some places they kind of do, and there they actually shouldn't.
True.
I remember in a number of trials, people randomly jumping off specific places. I mean,
Oh dear.
can be a sacrifice to the loot gods. Also, really, I mean, this is also nice that they have this little tower here because it can give you this nice view over the garden that you built.
Yeah, it's a good viewing point, especially if you don't have magic carpet.
True. Yeah, if you don't have it, then you would have difficulty seeing this from above. Absolutely fantastic. Right, audience, this is your chance. You can ask questions if you want to ask questions, if you have any. We've been mesmerized today. We've seen such glorious builds. Cheers. Right, seems like people are either still stunned and still in deep in thoughts and meander about their imagination. I'm glad you enjoyed it, everyone. Yeah, I do want to ask one more question. This is the last question for you today. You did a good job, by the way, holding on for so long. Is there anything that you would wish for? Like, is there any kind of furnishing that you would wish for that doesn't exist in a game that you would want the developers to add? Anything?
Yes, portals, as in two objects that link together that allow you to teleport to different locations in the house.
Oh.
So you've got the Arcanist portal skill. So if I heard someone, I think it was on Reddit or something, say, "What if that's a furnishing?" Where you place two of them and it links together. That would be great.
Ooh, particularly in large houses, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and for sort of accessing the bits that are within the invisible barrier, but you have to normally build up to, it would allow you to do that without having to put a massive staircase at the side of a building. So if you look over there to where like the red orbs are, you can actually get up there, but if you built a staircase, it would look really ugly.
Yeah, true.
So just having like a single portal just sitting up there to allow you to jump over there, that would be great.
Okay, so developers, if you are listening, seeing this at some point, please, please, please. You heard our wishes. Yeah, I think that this would also open up so many opportunities if there were such a thing. I mean, you could also just have like some kind of portal type that you step onto, and then you'll be transported up a spire, as you already mentioned, to this tower, for example, or to an entire floor that you could lift up and have hovering in the air, like a castle in the sky, for instance, that you don't have to actually build stairway going up. Interesting, the idea. Would be fascinating to see if that actually, if they bring this, or if it ever gets designed and implemented into the game, what people will do with it.
Well, yeah, there's a lot you could do with it, and it would save so many furnishing slots because I mean, you could have different isolated rooms linked together with each one with a totally different theme. Like you say, you could have a floating castle where each floor is just a portal up. Definitely would open up a lot of options.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, Poseidon actually built his vampiric or vampire castle below Cold Harbor Surreal Estate, and you'd not have to have like the entire stairway going down there. You could just have a portal instead, and I think that would open up a lot of opportunities for people to add more creativity to what they're actually intend to build.
Yep, definitely.
That's a really nice idea. I like it. Would be behind it 100%.
Zoz, get on it.
Yes, please. Right, everyone. And also, I want to thank you in particular for showing me all those wonderful builds and also having a sneak peek at the new temple build of yours.
Well,
And
thank you for letting me showcase them all.
well, this is your spotlight. This is your space to do it. I'm happy to be just the person with a camera asking questions. Also hope that maybe you've connected with people in the audience, or the audience has connected with you maybe, and maybe there are some conversations sparked from what they've seen today. Also, thanks to all of you in the audience who stuck with us for so long. You're wonderful. You're rock stars. Go get a treat now. And you also get a treat, Chris. You deserve it. You did so good.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Right, and another time, a little reminder, everyone, if you've not put up your house for the next contest, for the One More Housing contest, you still have time to do this until this Saturday. So make sure you get on it. And with this, I'm going to slowly phase out.